Now, what are some of the reasons that maybe people would not want to get a degree? Well, of course, there is the cost involved that we earlier spoke about, the skyrocketing costs of your traditional four-year education. And the other large factor, of course, is the time away from family. Perhaps you're going to be trying to do this second thing while still holding your current job. And if you're talking about another four-year degree, this gets really difficult to do with family and, as I said, current job responsibilities. So again, we're looking at the possibilities of a good job without a degree, and particularly focusing on insurance adjuster careers. And our company does train adjusters. So I wanted to look at some of the advantages of becoming a Texas insurance adjuster. Just using that as an example. Now, you could become one in other states, but the Texas license is actually commonly held by thousands of people outside of the state because it has something called reciprocity, and that just makes, as you would get into learning about this, it just makes things a lot easier. Your licensing would translate into more opportunity across state lines and things. But we won't go into reciprocity here, but we're just looking at maybe why you might want to become a Texas insurance adjuster as an idea about something else to do without the degree. And a major plus to becoming an insurance adjuster is, first of all, you have a couple of different ways you could go. You could become an independent insurance adjuster and work for yourself and put your services out there to fill in job opportunities that come up because of catastrophes like hurricanes, storm season. Also, as we term it, it gets pretty busy in the spring with hailstorms across the Midwest and the South, and these things create work, and that work usually comes up quickly, and lots of people are needed, and so you would plug yourself into certain companies called third-party administrator companies, or TPAs, and that's how you would plug yourself in for work as an independent, but still working for yourself. Maybe, again, if you're going to reinvent yourself and do something different than what you're doing, or maybe you were downsizing, this is why you're looking at the, what can I do right now without a degree? Becoming an insurance adjuster is also something that will get you out of the cubicle, will get you a lot more people contact in general, if that's something that you like. It's certainly not something that is, it's not very predictable sometimes. It can be quite an adventurous profession, especially, as I mentioned, catastrophe adjusting and things. So it takes a special kind of person, but if you're adventurous, you enjoy having to learn new things, you enjoy people, you enjoy helping people to a degree, it's really something that you might find that you like. Now, the earnings. Let's talk about the earnings again. The Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that median pay scale at around $58,000, and then I mentioned the average salary shown on these sites such as Glassdoor, just $43,000 is an average there, but they run clear up to $50,000, $70,000, $80,000. It just depends. So the thing with being an adjuster is there's so many different career tracks you could choose. Once you just got your foot in the door, you could begin, for example, with property claims adjusting, maybe just residential claims. That's where a lot of people start that have not done insurance adjuster work before, and that is just doing, house claims. And most of that's going to be roof damage, or maybe it's a hurricane which has damaged the roof, and maybe some interior contents damage. But a lot of time in residential, you're dealing a lot with roofs and some exterior things, fences and things. Then you might move from there. Once you get that skill under your belt, then you could move into commercial property adjusting. It's just the same thing in many ways, but bigger buildings, bigger structures, and then things like then you're going to get into business interruption insurance and needing to have some understanding of how businesses work and cash flows and that type of thing. If you have a background in aviation, there you could eventually specialize in aviation insurance. The same thing goes with boats. There's adjusters that do crop insurance. Pretty much anything that there's auto adjusters, anything that you can buy insurance on, there's some type of adjuster that's specialized in it. And so again, I was focusing on doing this as an independent route, but you could also earn your licensing, whether it's a Texas adjuster license or somewhere else, and then begin applying as a staff adjuster with many of the companies such as Allstate, State Farm, Farmers Insurance. Those are USAA, just some that come to mind. And then you could begin working up that ladder to, you could go as far as a general adjuster, making several $100,000 a year, way down the road if you decided to stay with it. So there is a lot of growth potential in there. And one thing is certain, insurance adjusters, the jobs, it's not like that industry is going to go away. It doesn't matter how much automation, how much software or, gadgets or whatever we might come up with, it's still going to require an adjuster to come and survey the damage, determine from that damage what is covered and what is not. That is, look at the policy, apply it to each situation, decide what the policyholder has paid for, what needs to be paid by the insurance company, etc. And I'm not aware of any way yet that, not anytime soon, that is going to be a job that's taken, by a piece of software or something. It just requires people getting into a catastrophe situation and assessing and doing all of these things. So hope that has helped with an idea for finding a high-paying job that doesn't require a college degree. Of course, there are other options, but as I said, our website, insuranceadjustertraining.net, we are all about training Texas insurance adjusters, and so that's why I focused on that today. We would love to talk with you and help you get started with your training and answer any questions that you have about this as a possible career track. Again, that website is insuranceadjustertraining.net, and we'll look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for listening.